The common assault trial against EFF leader Julius Malema and MP Mbuyiseni Ndlozi will resume in the Randburg Magistrate's Court this morning. They're accused of beating up a police officer at the funeral of stalwart Winnie Madikizela Mandela back in 2018. The matter was postponed last month to allow for the final witness taking the stand to recover from an illness. Newzroom Afrika's senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo is on the case and joins us live from outside court. Ziyanda, a very good morning to you. Are we expecting a continuation of that testimony?
Absolutely, Michelle. They're going to be calling the last and final witness to the stand today, which of course means that this matter is going to be reaching some semblance of finality. We've heard several testimonies in this matter, including from a digital forensic expert who actually analyzed the CCTV footage, which has formed the backbone of this trial, where outside the Fourways Memorial Park on that day in April 2018, on the day of the funeral of stalwart Winnie Madikizela Mandela. And so we'll be hearing from this witness in terms of how they'll be contributing towards the trial. But, you know, very interesting that when the police officer, that's Lieutenant Colonel Johannes Venter, took the stand, you know, it was revealed that he actually did not obtain a medical record on the day that he was allegedly assaulted by Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, EFF MP, as well as EFF leader Julius, and that he also did not go to the police station to file a J88 form. And these two leaders have maintained that this forms part of a larger political agenda against them and, by extension, the EFF.
Ziyanda, tell us more about that CCTV footage. Which side of the story does it sort of support more?
Well, I don't want to, you know, pronounce on anything when it comes to the courts, but I can, in terms of making a determination about which side it will lean towards. But what I can tell you is that what you see in that footage is that you know, the minibus that was ferrying Malema and Ndlozi was not a part of the convoy of the family and the hearse that was entering the Fourways Memorial Park. And that, of course, then is where it said it became the source of conflict because Malema was allegedly telling this officer that he is actually family and that he's there to bury, you know, his mother. And then what you see is that you see then the two you know, politicians getting out the car, and then you do see, you know, fists, you know, being blown, and that there is a fist that lands on the face of Lieutenant Colonel Johannes Venter. Now, the two have pled not guilty to the common assault charge, and it will be very interesting to see, Michelle, in terms of the definition according to the courts, what's needed in light of the context that I've mentioned, that there were no medical records when Venter took to the stand in October 2020, and that there was no J88 form. In fact, when senior counsel Lawrence Hodes was cross-examining Venter, Venter conceded that there was no exacerbation or extension of injuries as a result of what took place on that day. So and that's just one part of the testimony. And the digital forensic experts also during their testimony had said that there is a possibility of that footage having been manipulated. So all these factors, Michelle, will have to be considered when looking at getting an understanding of which way this case is likely to go.
Certainly, but as you say, the tail end of this case unfolding in the Randburg Magistrate's Court this morning. Ziyanda Ngcobo, thanks very much indeed for that update.